All right, this is the Wolf of Crypto's trading channel, and what a great day today. Everything is green. Those of you who don't know me, I've been trading for quite a while, and I'm just starting to notice a lot of patterns and things have been coming easy. So I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do things. Now, everybody kind of gets focused. This is coinexchange.io. They just came out with a new trading view chart, and it's awesome. One thing that I always like to do, if you guys have seen my other videos, and this is kind of like a method, I'll go ahead and add 3 or 4 moving averages. Usually I have a different ticker, but they don't have the ability to customize that. And what we do is kind of put in right off the bat, we're going to show you how we do this. So these are definitely, the first one is green. These are just the different moving averages that I like to use. I've seen a lot of success with them, and you can really identify a lot of different things that are going on inside these charts and what's waving off of what. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So after I kind of put these in, I'll kind of show you how I look at stuff, and I will also show you other examples of how this has worked. Whoops, that did not work. So you guys, if you are watching, great, you'll learn a ton and it will start making sense. And if you use this method, then you'll literally just start making a lot of money. That's all I can say. I'm not trading full time. I work a lot, and I'm really focused on a career. I got a great place. A lot of people are from San Francisco, so they're into crypto, which I live in Utah, so that's very hard. And in the past, it's been very hard for me to work with people because I'm distracted. When your money is going up, 10,000%, 20,000% in a year, or 2,000% a year, it's pretty crazy. Nobody sees gains like that, all right? And so these people that have been denying it for so long, it's just like, I don't know what to tell them. I really don't. I don't know what else I can explain to them to make them feel the way I do. So we got these moving averages, and what you'll kind of notice, I usually, especially in this one, we can try and do like a 3-hour candle, and that's actually not the best sign when this is coming down. So these are like forces, right? This is like energy. So you know what, this isn't even long enough to do this, so let's go ahead and X out of the 231. So what we really want to do is, look at this 77. Gosh, you know what, let me just blow up the page real quick to explain this to you guys real quick so you know how I think. Let's see here. Now I forgot how to do it. Okay. So you guys are looking at it. This is on a 3-hour, 180-minute thing, and what happens is that we've got these different moving averages. We got a 7, a 21, and a 77. Now, anytime the 7 and the 21 crosses 77, it'll kind of boom, it'll wave off it. You can see it hits right here. Now it's called what we call underwater. And you can see there's a trend line right here, right? I wonder if we can add that. I don't have the drawing tools. If I X out of here, I could show you. Just imagine this line right here that we're at, because we're literally buying it on the trend line as a trend line. So what most likely this thing is going to do is, it's waving, now it's settling. Now when this settles in a few days, or probably in a day, and if it stays here at this 40, 41 to 50 range, these will all add up. And then when that happens, things go through the roof. Let me give you an example of that happening on another coin. So we can do it literally on any coin. Let's go ahead and look at, um, I mean, we can show you Doge. Like I mean, it happens on everything, so it's kind of hard to show you. Let's go ahead and do some ones that have been around for a while. So DGB, DGB. Why isn't Digitbyte coming up? I don't know. But basically, what I'm going to do is buy down here because, first of all, one thing is, we see the 24-hour high is 5. Another thing, these are very thin walls. And so it would not be hard to get it to 50 sats. All right. So I'm going to buy at 45 and I'm going to leave what I call breadcrumbs. And everybody knows if you buy at 45, you can, sell it for 46, 48, 49, 50, and you can make a killing just off that. I mean, making sat, if you're making $1, I mean, let's talk about, Doge right now. What Doge has been doing lately. People have been making a lot of money off of Doge, and the only reason why is because when it goes up a sat, especially if it's only worth 30, sats, if you buy it at 34 and it goes to 35, you're making a grip of cash, or a grip of coin, whatever you want to call the phrase now. We used to buy Verge back in the day for 120 sats. If it went up to 124, you were making a ton of money, but that was when we had a ton of Bitcoin. So this is really for frugal investors. Now, the way that I've got my money up is that I bought Doge and I actually started trading with these guys. I like Doge traders a lot more. I feel like they give people more of a chance, but you have to know what you're doing. And so, for example, to tell you the difference, like let's click on AI Poly. There's 937 trades today, right? With Doge, there's 4,841. So that's a huge difference. That means a lot of people are trading all the time. That's good. You want to get into deals like that because you know that the market's moving. Now let's go ahead and look at, XP on Doge. Smashes it. 4,466. In the last hour, there's been, and this would be great to do it too. I mean, I can show you the moving averages on this, which aren't going to look that great. I can already tell because, this was the bottom. But one thing I can show you with this example is how when all these moving averages do line up, it doesn't really matter what you put them at. Let's go ahead and do the same ones though, just to kind of prove a point. We'll put in a 7 in green. I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to bore you guys, but this is something really to consider and really to start applying to your trading. If you are trading, it's not only looking at the thin walls, it's actually running the right, the right moving averages and watching this energy of these charts and the volume of the charts and things like that. And so that's really where you start to expose a lot of things that are going on. And it's not exposing, it's just understanding everything. So right now, you can see, on the front end of this, and you can make a lot of money momentum trading. Do not get that wrong. You might think you missed the boat. Like right here, I'm kind of showing you when all of these moving averages finally lined up like they're about to do with BQ, boom. This thing just skyrocketed, right? And then you had the 21 come up, and this is what you call the 77 waving off the 21, and then it tanks. And that's fine. And now this is going to force it down. But you can still make money on the shorts. You make money, you buy right here. I mean, you would have doubled your stuff. And this is Doge, you guys. And if you think Doge is not profitable, these guys really know what they're doing. Especially, dude, it just went up to 35 sats from 34. That's huge. And there's a lot of support there. Now that there's, 94 Bitcoin in the last 24 hours, I really don't like Team Regal. Well, you know what? I do like Team Regal. I made a lot of money off them. I cannot say anything about them. I just know that they've been really, working for a month really hard to get money. But how this works, if we stretch this out, this yellow, once the yellow is above the 21 and the 7, we call it being underwater. right? It's really hard to swim back up to there. Um, but it'll eventually do it, but you're going to be doing shorts, basically, once it's above the 77, or here, let's go ahead. This is a crazy chart, so let's just slow this down a little bit. Okay. So, boom, hits the floor. It's rolling on the floor, breaks out, right? It's a matter of days, literally, before it breaks out. I mean, there's a little bit of activity before that, but it really was just waving subtly. And then it steadied down. When all the moving averages lined up, boom, breakout, right? And usually, let's go ahead and change this like a 3 hour. They should have a 4 hour, but a 3 hour will fine. This actually describes it a little bit better. And so right now you can see that the 21's come down. That's enough momentum where it's going to crash right through it, just like it did on the 1 hour. The 7's kind of coming through it. But you can tell, I mean, it's literally going to come back to here. It's just like a sell cycle. I don't see a bull trap. But, anytime that these cross, you want to pay attention. I don't know, it might ride right here for a little bit and go up. Who knows? But if the red crosses the yellow, you will be underwater. I mean, we're technically underwater anyway with the green underneath the yellow. But once the red crosses underneath the yellow, then you're not going to want to do it. Now, if the red flips a bitch, or if the yellow flips green flips a bitch, and this comes off and skates off of it, then damn, dude, buy that mother F up and sell it. So that's like one example of what I'm talking about, where all the moving averages, I'm sorry, this chart's all over the place. You buy right here, you look for it all to sync up, you buy right here, and boom, dude, in a few days it's going to be going anywhere. So I think I'm buying OM minus. Let's go ahead and look at QDM. This thing, jeez, wow, up another 100%. It's worth $69. It's really hard to work at work when there's these type of things going on. Now, these aren't the best charts. QDM just got added, but let's see what we can do with this same method. I don't even want to look at it. It's just going to make me sick. Like, look at this parabolic just going through the roof. I mean, it went from $10 to $70, and, it's up 400% on the week. That's all I have to say. 400% in a week. Damn. Like, seriously. A lot of people don't get crypto. Fucking, you should be in it. If you're trading, if you even know how to trade, which a lot of people don't, they think they do, you should be in the crypto. I'm trying to think of what else we should be looking at. Alice is making some moves. Pure is making some moves. DFS finally getting back up there. DFS is a very good coin. Good solid coin. There's a lot of really good coins out here that just are not worth what they're supposed to be worth. And so it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. What I wanted to show you guys DGB. Which is Digibyte, which you all know. And basically how I used this same method to do the same thing on DGB. So, gosh, if I could find it. BTDX is a good one. And these are ones that people are not even buying a lot of. But I don't want to waste all you guys' time. Basically, I just wanted to show you how this works and how I trade. A lot of these coins are like shit coins. Literally, like I said, I'll trade anything and everything. I didn't even know they had Factum. Let's see here. If they have Factum, oh, it's Feathercoin. I always get those two confused because Factum's FCT. And the reason why there's these spreads is because people aren't willing to sell it. My Ethos orders got filled. I'm really happy for these guys. I've been rooting on for them forever. If they get the technology to come out, they will crush it. This will be the wallet that everybody uses, and it will be amazing. Pure is awesome. I mean, look at all this green. This is ridiculous. Like, literally, like. So when you find something like I did with BQ. All right, here's Digibyte. So I don't know why it wasn't pulling up when I filtered the market, but it's up 200%. So let's go ahead and run that same scenario on what I was talking about. So we go to moving averages again. And this is just how to train like a wolf, you guys. Like, this is literally how you do it. It's not that hard once you know the secret recipe. And, we'll go ahead and add a 7. Make that, a bright green. I make everything bright, especially on the dark charts. Then we'll add a 21. And those of you that don't get this, don't worry about it. You're probably like, why don't you add a 50 and a 55? Because that's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Like, run charts against it. Like, it doesn't really teach you anything. You need to mess around with the settings and figure out what is actually making sense. And then you can start talking about, why don't we do a different ticker? That's what you should be looking at. Now, DGB's been along. Whoops, let's do yellow. Okay, I mean, this is all I use. So, for instance, how this thing lined up, let's see here, and it didn't line up for as long, but when these things all hit that same point at 90, and I remember back here, because I know DGB is a great coin, I was looking at 80, I just didn't want to do it. Even though the support was there down here, it was like people were buying it for 80 sats all day long. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. I just didn't want to do it. There wasn't enough activity. I mean, there's 459 trades today. But, right when it came up on cross, so you can see this one's been kind of a different one. It's been waving in beneath and everything like that. But if you see it on other charts, you'll see this thing is literally rolling on the ground. But no matter what, lightning only strikes once. And when those all meet up, boom. I mean, even here, boom. That's a little bit of a gain. Who cares? It's a gain. Take a profit whenever you can get it. Boom. Right here they met up. That's a gain. Every time they meet up, then boom. And there it goes. And this thing will probably be waving for a while. It'll be the 7 waving off the 21. So, like, right now, I would not buy it. I just want it just is. That's not just how these things work. Sometimes they do, but I wouldn't take that chance. I'd wait for this to come back down. It will come back down like this. Boom. Hit up and then go up. Or it will come down, and if you can see it losing a lot of volume, boom. Then it'll bounce off this 77. But now that we're, not underwater and we crossed right here, you guys are, it's actually really good to buy into. I just want to buy it right now because, I mean, first of all, let's see the walls that are going on right here. 228, it's not that bad of a spread. There's thinner walls on this side for sure than this side. I mean, you could buy it at 230 and sell it at 235 and make some good money. I actually might do that right now. But the candlesticks, they just kind of concern me. We had some scalping and then it's super pump. And so for me, I want to do it. The highest that it went up to in this last week makes me sick to my stomach. But, when you could buy it down here at 80 and it goes up to 3, it sucks, dude. It is what it is. But, it 3x'd, which is 200%. So, anyway, that's another way. That's another one. I'm trying to, there's coins all over the time. Now, if you're trading with Doge, it's a little bit different thing. You guys got to keep your eye on it. You got to know when to buy, know when to sell. Right now, I'm kind of working on Crimson, and I'll tell you the reason why. This you do not need a chart for, okay? This is people getting ready to pump. First of all, let's go back here. Let's just go to a 1 day. I'll make it easier for you guys to spot this out. So if we go to a 1 day, what do you guys see? This is not a candlestick right here. This is volume. More volume being pumped into it in 1 day than any other day by far. Now you can see, let's go back to like the 1 hour candle, that with not even close to that amount of volume, this thing has 10x'd, right? Well, why is that? I mean, why does this have so much volume and it's going down? Well, those traders are awesome, first of all, and they're basically telling everybody, they have like 19,000, I think up here at 40. They used to have like a million, they're really kind of setting it up, and they're letting people gain a supply right here, and then it's, I mean, what I think it's going to do, and I really think it's going to do this, is just fly. And I'm talking, these guys don't mess around. This thing will like 30x. Yeah. Like, I mean, we look at it, if you want to like talk about, what it could literally do with this much volume. I mean, look how much volume it took for this thing to fly up this much. So with this much volume, it could hit all-time high. I don't know why it couldn't, which the all-time high is way up here. I mean, this amount of volume just dwarfs everything, and I don't think it's money coming out of the coin. I think it's getting set up for a pump. So people are like, oh, that's money, that's negative money coming out. Necessarily, guys, I don't care about colors on the charts. I just look at them. I literally will delete the candlesticks and just go off the moving averages. So, I just kind of want to show you, these are my sell orders that I put in place just in case. But, I bought it for right here where a lot of people were supplying up, and it's gone down a little bit, but what I'm kind of anticipating, and I hope I'm there for the day it does, is for it to just blow through the ceiling, because I really think that it's going to. People are still buying and selling the crap out of this. I mean, we had, like only 143 trades. It's fine. Like, there's a lot of things that don't even get close to that. Everybody's talking about Doge right here. It's so funny. It's like, dude, Doge and like DGB, Digibytes have some of the most secure, they're just so undervalued. Like, they have some of the best secure, most secure blockchains. And, anyway, I'm going to sell some Ethereum Dark that I have. It's up 33% on Litecoin. I love Litecoin. I don't know why I don't own more of it. But, yeah, that's all I want to say. That's trading with the wolf. Boom, 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 boom. And I will catch you guys next time. If you have any questions, go ahead and follow me on my Twitter handle, which is, I don't know if I have it set up on here. My Twitter handle is literally at, I'll just type it in here. Boom, at, sorry, wolf of crypto with a 0, guys. Don't like the freaking fakers and imitators. Get the best of you. Whoops. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Invalid email. I thought I was supposed to put my... Oh, this is get started. I have an account login. Anyway, at the Wolf of Crypto. Let me go ahead and put it in again. At the Wolf, of Crypto with the 0. Not at the Wolf of Bitfinex. Not at the Wolf of CE. This is the Wolf of Crypto. Pray the real, live forever, and the fake get exposed. And I can't even get into it. Doesn't matter. There's the handle right there. If I was on my Chrome, it would just auto set, but it's all good. It's just a dummy account. I want to show you guys these things. You guys should be using these things. I mean, look at these gains, you guys. This is big money around here, dude. They're not messing around. If you want to check prices today, go into coinmarketcap.com. I heard Ripple's up to, dude, Ripple's up to like 88 cents or something like that. 84 cents. That's ridiculous, guys. Like, Ripple is my favorite coin. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's just got a better. Yeah, they really thought about everything. You know, people don't like it because it's a banking coin. I don't give a shit. I'm a capitalist. I like money, so I got into Bitcoin. You know, I mean, buying it at 19 is still like the first futures contracts have already been sealed. Damn, Ethereum's at 848. I don't think Ethereum's worth shit, but other people do. EOS, on the other hand, this thing is not gonna go down, you guys. If you have the money to buy EOS, get it. Monero, if it is the best anon coin, you know what though? How do I say this? So it is the best anon coin, but Verge is very good also. Look at these gains. 11% when it costs 6 cents. Like, these guys are making money. I mean, look at this. This is all green. Like, you don't see this with anything, you know? This is getting, people are like, oh, I'm getting in too late. People used to tell me that at the beginning of the year. Here's Digibyte, you know, up 13%. They're like, look at that, boom. Factom at $45. Factom's backed by the U.S. government, you know? Like, if you guys don't think that this thing's backed by the U.S. government, you guys are high as a kite, dude. They own most of the Bitcoin, if not. I mean, I'm just looking at these numbers. So how we're going to be dealing in the future is IOTs and RIPs. Maybe some NEMs. I can't believe it's $1. This thing was less than 2 cents. I mean, like, way less than a cent, you know, not too long ago. Like, we can check out the chart on this. Dash, I don't think it's worth anything, but they did a great marketing. I mean, look at this bottom that it hit. It was worth, come on. I guess it is 24 cents, but I remember it always being worth nothing. Like, less than a one, you know, that's a 1 cent right here. You know, it got up to, it looks like 24 cents up here. And now it's all the way up to $1. And sometimes people don't understand this, but damn, dude. Huge gains, dude. Huge gains. You're making 35%. That thing was up 70 cents yesterday. Man, I don't even know what to say, you know. This is just a crazy. I mean, look at this. Last 24 hours, $41 billion coming into this space. Guys, this isn't how it used to be. Like, we can click on this, and I can show you what the market cap was like when I got in. And that's why I didn't tell everybody to invest. I'm not going to tell everybody to invest right now. But, I mean, this is really unstable, you know. Like, the chart's going to flip upside down one of these days. Like, it just doesn't, you know, suspect that. But what I was going to say is, you know, back here, when I started investing into it, it was actually October 15. Market cap was $4 billion, you know, even up here. I'll never forget this dip. This is where I sold. I was so pissed off. Anyway, market cap comes up to 100 billion. We're like, damn, you know, it passes the troy ounce gold back here, I believe. And then it was just, I mean, this is crazy. This is insane, dude. To the moon, like, literally, I don't know anything that's ever done this in our lifetime. You guys need to take a look at it if you have not taken a look at it. There are things here that are worth so much money. If you guys think that it's a bunch of numbers, it is. It's a bunch of encrypted, solid networks that have been tested for years that have a lot of different apps and a lot of different capabilities, and this is something that should not be ignored. If you're ignoring it, you're an idiot, especially if you're in the financial markets. I'm not saying put all your money into it, but I am saying open your freaking eyes, because there's just a lot going on. I really don't know what else to say. So with that being said, this is the Wolf. I will see you guys later. We are taking W's here. We are not taking L's. And so, Go ahead and get at me on that Twitter feedback or anything. I appreciate all the people following. I talk a lot of shit on Twitter because, there's been a lot of bullshit going on this year. And I'll leave it at that. Take care and happy holidays. Boom.